Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam. It's 4 o'clock. Let's now start with the Sadguru Vandam. Welcome all the participants in KAILASA Guinea-Bissau and in KAILASA Tiruvannamale, and also all the live viewers watching us, joining us from various parts of the world. A warm Nithyanandam for all of you, and welcome for all of you joining us for today's live Nithyananda Yoga at Brahma Muhurta time, UK Standard Time. Let's now start with the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the grace and blessings of our beloved Swamiji by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatītam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. The next is the Shiva Mula Mantra, where we are going to be chanting Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha 11 times internally. The Acharyas are going to be chanting it out loud. We request all the participants to follow along and chant it internally within yourself. Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 The next is the Tattva Chamanam. Now, keeping your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, bend your index finger and cup your palms. Also, please have a Panchapatram filled with some fresh water. Now, keep your hands in the Gokarna Mudra. Pour a Uddani water in the center of your palm and sip the water 3 times as the word Svada is chanted. Om Atma Tattvam Shodayami Svada. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodayami Svada. Om Shuddhatvam Shodayami Svada. Wash your hands with water from the Panchapatra. Now, with the base of your right hand thumb, move the hand from right to the left of your lips twice as you chant the mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hands with water from the Panchapatra. Now, with the tips of your right hand, index, middle, and ring finger touch above your upper lips and below the lower lips. Wash your hands with water from the Panchapatra. Now, with the tips of your right hand, index finger and thumb join together. Touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of your right hand, ring finger and thumb join together. Touch your right eye, right ear, and your left ear. Wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatra. Now, with the base of your right hand, thumb, and little finger, touch your navel, right chest, left chest. With your right hand fingertips together, touch the top of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center. The next is the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Now clasping your right hand above your left hand and keeping both your hands on your right thigh, close your eyes. Take a moment today. What is it that you want to manifest? What are all the breakthroughs that you want to have from today's Nithyananda Yoga? Take few minutes to consciously visualize it. Be it as detailed as possible. We will now chanting the Sankalpa mantra. ममोपात समस्त दुरितक्षय द्वारा भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव प्रीत्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परम शिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परम शिव प्रीत्यर्थम च अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ पूरण आरोग्ययुक्त धृतगात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासम करिष्ये. Now wash your hands with water from the Panchapatram. Om Apopasprisya. And with that said, let's now enter into today's Nithyananda Yoga. I request all of you to please move your Panchapatrams aside. And also, a quick disclaimer for all the participants and all the live viewers who's watching us live right now. All the teachings and instructions given during the Nithyananda Yoga are intended only for general wellnesses and education purposes only. They are not to be taken as or used as a replacement for any professional medical advice, diagnosis, or any treatment. If you have any known health condition, illnesses, injuries, or diseases, please consult your medical health professional or your doctor before participating in the Nithyananda Yoga. At all times, please follow the advice and guidance of your medical health professional. If during the practice of the Nithyananda Yoga you feel tired, ill, dizzy, weak, or even uncomfortable, please immediately restrain yourself and take some rest. Once you are fully recovered and feeling stable, you may continue the practice of the Nithyananda Yoga if appropriate. During the Nithyananda Yoga, please remain in awareness and listening with your body. Do not exceed your body's limits and capacities, as we understand and recognize that every individual's body functions differently and uniquely. So, it is important to keep in mind and remain in complete awareness of your own body's limits and capacities while you are practicing the Nithyananda Yoga. With that said, let's now enter today's series. Today, all the participants, all of you are going to be looking into the asanas from the we're going to be entering the fourth phase of the Nithyananda Yoga, which is the Chaturtha Vinyasa Krama. So we're going to be looking into the second aspect of it. So the first asana of this sequence is Vamashakasana. And before we move ahead, I would like to also say for all the participants here in KAILASA Guinea-Bissau and in KAILASA Tiruvannamalai, if you need any help in doing any of the yogasanas, feel free to reach out to our acharyas. They're out here to support you and help you in doing the yogasanas. So feel free to reach out to them so we can guide you and support you and give you the best experience of the Nithyananda Yoga. If you're a viewer watching us live right now, feel free to drop a message in the comment section and we will attend to you and guide you and support you for you to do the Nithyananda Yoga to your best for that. Okay? So, let's now enter today's sequence. The first asana of today's series is Vamashakasana. Now, you're going to be sitting in a cross-legged position where you're going to be placing your left heel towards your perineum and your right foot is placed on top of the left thigh. Okay? And you're going to be enclosing your fingers and placing in front of your stomach in the Parishamudra. Keeping your head, neck and spine in a straight line, keeping your chest open. You're going to be engaging the Shanta Kumbhaka, which is you're going to be inhaling. Visualize the prana, the life force energy, being available inside of you and outside of your body. The prana, the life energy is abundant. You're going to be engaged in Mula Bandha, clenching the perineal floor Mula Bandha. Look forward. Visualize yourself as a strong branch extending from a stable trunk, supported at the base. As you're repeating a japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Vamashakasana. Vamashakasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Vyakyanasana. Now, keeping your leg in the same position, you're going to be placing your left hand on your mouth, your left hand covering the four fingers covering your mouth, and your right hand you're placing in the Bindu Mudra, the index and thumb joint. Place it at your respective knee. You're going to be engaging the Vaishnavi Mudra, where you're going to be focusing steady in one point without blinking, while the awareness remains inwards. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, look forward, visualize knowledge flowing outward with clarity and restraint. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center in Vyakyanasana. Vyakyasana. Now entering to next asana, which is Nirvityasana. Now keep your legs in the same position. You're going to be enclosing your fingers and place it in front of your chest. You're going to be closing your eyes, calming your breath. You're going to be focusing your awareness on the Arihanta, on in your inner space. Focus on recollecting Arihant Bhagavan with your body, speech, and your mind. Engaging the Vaishnavi Mudra, clenching the peripheral Mula Bandha, visualize Swamiji in your heart as a radiant infinite light. As you repeat in a japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Nirvityasanam. Sukhasanam samastapya hasto vakshari samhatya arihanta bhagavantam kayavan manobhihi swaran sarve sitare parityajet. Okay, now relaxing into Atmalinasana. Now continue to keep your legs in the same position. What you're going to be doing? You're going to be sitting straight first. Nicely inhale, sitting straight, your head, neck and spine, a straight line, and exhale. You're going to be placing your elbows at your thighs and lowering your forehead onto your palms. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, gaze at your nose. Visualize the sense of me, the me, what you associate yourself with, that me feeling is dissolving inwards in Atmalinasana. Atmalinasana. Okay, now entering the next asana, which is Makarasana Dve. So you're going to be starting in a lying down position. Start in a lying down position. You're going to be laying down on your belly. You're going to be placing your hands behind your head in a Shambhi Mudra. So now what you're going to be doing, you're going to be lifting your chest, your head and your thighs off from the mat and going back. Yes. This is a dynamic asana. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, looking at the ground, you're going to be engaging in the Samriti Kumbhaka, where inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Maintain your breathing evenly as you're doing this asana. Looking at the ground, visualizing yourself as a crocodile, resting calm by a serene river bank in Makarasana Dve. मकरासनं नाम वरसा भूमिं स्पृश्यन्तं शनैः पादौ च पृष्ठे उत्थाप्य मकराकारं समाचरेत्. Now, entering the next asana, which is Parvatasana Dve. Now, you're going to be sitting on your knees with toes tucked, sitting on your, keeping your knees together in front of you, knees together. You're going to be crossing your arms and holding on to your opposite arms in the Shambhe Mudra. You're going to be engaging the Rechaka Kumbhaka, which is your exhalation is held longer. So, exhale fully, inhale, hold the breath, slowly exhale. Clenching the Pilim Mulabandha, visualizing yourself as a mountain, solid, unmoving. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Parvatasana Dve. Parvatasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Vrishabhasana Dve. So now what you're going to be doing, you're going to be standing in a, coming to a kneeling position. Coming to kneeling position, where the the feet is right behind your knee. Okay? And you're going to be sitting down. You're going to be relaxing. Cross the feet, where the foot is right behind your knee. Okay? What you're going to be doing over here, you're going to be placing one arm, basically placing your right hand at your thigh, and you're going to be placing your left hand at the floor. You're going to be lowering the body to the floor and placing the hand on the floor. Yes. Keeping your spine straight, clenching the peninsular Mulabandha, visualizing yourself as a powerful bull, standing firmly and steady. In Vrishabhasana Dve. कोर्परो स्तम्भवत् कृत्वा पार्श्वेनैकेन संश्रयेत् एतत् प्रोक्तं मया देवी वृषभासनमुत्तमम्. Okay. Now entering into the next asana, which is Virasana Trini. So now in Virasana Trini, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be sitting. So basically you're going to be sitting on your left foot. Sit on your right heel while you're placing the right foot on top of the left thigh. Okay? Place your hands to respect the knees in a Shambhi Mudra. Visualize yourself seated like a hero after a victorious journey. Clenching the peninsular molar bandha, gaze at your third eye in Virasana 3D. एकपादमते कस्मिन् विन्यस्ते दुरसंस्थितम् इतरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासनम् idam viduhu. Okay. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Chatushkonasana. Yes. Nithyanandam, to all the live viewers watching us live right now, welcome all of you. I request all of you to post a Nithyanandam in the chat before we progress. Yes, Nithyanandam, Yogeshwari Gyani, Nithyanandam to all the participants, welcome all of you. Today is Nithyananda Yoga. Let's now start. Okay. Now, we are going to be entering the next asana, which is Chatushkonasana. In Chatushkonasana, what you're going to be doing? Okay, so basically you're going to be turning your left foot outwards. Okay, so let's start with the right leg. You're going to be holding the right leg onto the elbows over here. Okay, right foot, your right ankle on the on the elbow. Can I request all of you to bring it here? And now, what you're going to be doing? Your left hand, you're going to be lifting your left elbow up, bringing your left hand behind the head, clasping onto your right hand. So this is the asana. Clenching the peninsular bandha, looking at the ground, visualize yourself stable and clear from every direction. Clenching the peninsular bandha, engage in Rechika Kumbhaka, inhale, hold the breath, and exhale as deeply as possible. As you repeat in a japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Om in the throat center is Chatushkonasana. Chatushkonasana. Okay. Now, entering into the next asana, which is Vamabhujasana. In Vamabhujasana, you're going to be placing your left leg is in front of your right leg, placing your left hand at your thighs and your right hand, you're going to be placing it onto the ground and resting your chin onto the palm. In the Shambhe Mudra, clenching the peninsular molar bandha, looking at the ground, visualizing yourself resting with full trust as if leaning into support of a strong, reliable arm that will not give away. As you engage in Mola Bandha, looking at the ground in Vamabhujasana. 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 Now, entering into the next asana, which is Swasagatyasana. Now, in Swasagatyasana, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be placing your right foot on top of the left, on top of the left foot. You're going to be crossing your hands and leaning it on the raised knee, basically on your left knee. Clenching in the Shambhi Mudra. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, looking at the ground, keeping your spine straight. Visualize breath and movement becoming one continuous action. There's no separation between inhalation, balance, effort, and stillness. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha in Swasagatyasana. Swasagatyasana. Now, entering into next. Now we're going to be repeating the same set of series what we did on our left, on the right side, onto the right, onto the left side. Okay. So we're going to be repeating the asanas on the other side now. Entering into Vrishabhasana on the other side. Vrishabhasana on the other side. Now, you're going to be coming to kneeling position. Cross your legs, bringing your foot right behind your knee. Okay, you're going to be placing your left hand at your hips and your right hand placing it on the ground. Keeping your spine straight, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, visualizing yourself as a powerful bull standing firmly steady on the earth in Vrishabhasana Dve. Kurparo stambhavat kritva पाशेनेकेन संशयेत् एतत् प्रोक्तमया देवी वृषभासनमुत्तमम्. Now, entering the next asana, which is Virasana Trini. So now, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be bringing your right foot outside of your hips and placing the left foot on top of the right thigh. Place your hands to respect the knees in Shambhi Mudra, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself seated like a hero after a victorious journey. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha in Virasana Trini. एकपादमदेकस्मिन् विन्यसेतुर संस्थितम् इदरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासुरभिदं विदुः. Now, entering the next asana, which is Chatushkonasana. So now, you're going to be bringing your left foot on top of the left elbow. Understand, your left ankle is on the left, on top of the left elbow. Now, you're going to be raising your right elbow up and you're going to be bringing your right hand behind the ear and clasping onto your left hand. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, looking at the ground in Chatushkonasana. Chatushkonasana. Okay, I see some of the participants doing the asana little different over here. See, you're not going to be placing the foot on your shoulders. No, your left foot is not on your shoulder. It's not on your shoulders like this. No, it's in front. Okay, just like how you hold both your feet, right? You're going to be placing the foot on your elbow, on the front part of your elbow, or all of you understanding. Yeah. Yes. And then place your left hand near your ear while your right elbow is lifted up. So what happens in your right elbow? So we show it here. So your right elbow is up, right? Your right elbow is up. You're going to be bringing the right hand behind so it touches the left hand. Are all of the parts understanding? So your hand is clasped at the side of your ear. Yes, that's good. That's the asana. Yes. So you can see in the sideways also. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, entering into the next asana, Dakshina Bhujasana. In Dakshina Bhujasana, you're going to be placing your right foot in front of the left foot, placing your right hand at your thigh, and your left hand, you're going to be placing the left elbow on the ground, leaning your chin on the respective palms in the Shambhi Mudra. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, looking at the ground, visualizing yourself resting with full trust, as if leaning into the support of a strong, reliable arm that will not give away. Engaging the Rechaka Kumbhaka in Dakshina Bhujasana. Dakshina Bhujasana. Now entering into Swasagatyasana on the other side. Now you're going to be placing your left foot on top of the right leg. Left foot on top of the right foot. Cross your arms, leaning onto the raised knee, keeping your spine straight, clenching the peninsular molar bandha. Visualize your breath and movement becoming one. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Swasagatyasana. Swasagatyasana. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Mukta Padmasana. Now, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be placing keeping your keeping your legs in the Padmasana position. So your right foot comes on the left thigh, and your left foot comes on the right thigh. So now come into the Padmasana position. You're going to be holding the big toes with your index and middle finger together in the Prana Mudra. Okay? Hold your respective feet and leaning yourself forward, bringing your head to the ground. Clenching the painful molar bandha, gaze at your nose. You're going to be engaging the Kevala Kumbhaka, where you're going to be allowing the breathing to pause naturally, observing without any force. Gaze at your nose, visualizing yourself as a lotus flower that is fully blossomed. As you repeat in the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center in Mukta Padmasana. Mukta Padmasanam Kritva Uttana Shainam Charit Kurpara Abhyam Shiro Veshtya Matsyasanam Turogahat. Okay. Now, entering into the next asana, which is Samanasana Dve. So, raise up. Raise up. Now, what you're going to be doing? Continue to keep your legs in the Padmasana position. Okay? Continue to place your hands in the Padmasana position. You're going to be interlacing your hands behind the back in the Parisha Mudra. And you're going to be leaning your body forward. Bring the forehead to the ground. And nicely extending your arms up. Feeling the stretch at your shoulders and your chest. You're going to be engaging in the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, which is inhale, hold the breath, visualize that all the prana, the air which you just took in, is going through all the parts of your body. Then slowly exhale, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, looking at the ground. Visualize all inner currents leveling out as you repeat the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in the throat center in Samanasana Dve. Samanasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Trikonasana Dve. In Trikonasana Dve, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be placing getting your right, your left foot outside of the hips, toes pointing outwards, while your right leg you're going to place it in front of your perineum. You're going to be keeping your hands in the Samputta Mudra, where you're going to be placing one hand over the other. Place it in front of your navel in the Samputta Mudra. Clenching the pelvic floor Mulabandha, gaze at your nose. You're going to be engaging your Jiva Chalakumbhaka. So inhale, hold the breath. Visualize the prana is going through all the parts of your body, your limbs. And slowly exhale. Visualize yourself as a channel to the infinite cosmos in Trikonasana Dve. Yoga Jain Hasti Dikita Pushtakasya Tata Patre Saptadisha Chitre Trikonasana Prakashitam. Okay. Now, entering into the next asana, which is Panditasana. Now, in Panditasana, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be bringing the left foot on top of the right thigh. Okay, the left foot you're going to be turning it and placing it onto your right thigh. You're going to be placing the right hand into a fist. Place it in your hips. And your left hand is going to be engaging the Bindu Mudra with the index and thumb joint. Place it at your respective knees. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, looking straight. Visualize you're imbibing the mind of a true scholar. Looking in the front, repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center in Panditasana. Panditasana. Now, entering to the next asana, which is Janu Shirshasana. In Janu Shirshasana, you're going to be extending the left leg in front of you. Extending the left leg in front of you. Inhale, raise your hands up above the head. And exhale, leaning yourself forward, holding on to your left foot in the Shambhi Mudra. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, gaze at your nose, visualizing yourself as Lord Ganesha, calm, wise and humble. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in throat center, gaze at your nose in Janu Shirshasana. Janu Shirshasana Nama Ekapadam Prasaracha Aparam Janani Nyasya Shirasa Janu Prishedyata. Now, entering the next asana, which is Yantrakarasana. Now, what you're going to be doing in Yantrakarasana, you're going to be holding the left foot by the right hand. Hold the left foot by the right hand, and you're going to be lifting this leg up, stretching it, while your left hand is placed outside of the left foot, of the left foot. Okay, and you're going to be stretching your left leg up. Yes. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, looking in the side, visualize yourself embodying the yantra's precise geometry. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha in Yantrakarasana. Yantrakarasana nama hastapadabhyam bhumin sprishanne konatryan adhisthaya yantrachanam iva dharayet. Now, entering the next asana, which is Ardha Bhujasana. Then Ardha Bhujasana, continue to keep the legs in the same position. Your right leg is the same position. You're going to be resting your left foot on top of the shoulders. You're bringing your left leg on top of your shoulders, placing your left hand at your ear, and your right hand is placed onto the floor to keep your body straight. Ila Shambhi Mudra. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, visualize yourself holding the power. Close the body, control, contain, and deliberate. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha in Ardha Bhujasana. Ardha Bhujasana. Now entering the next asana, which is Dakshinapada Mastakasana. Okay. So this is where you're going to be placing the foot behind your ear, behind your neck. Okay. So now you're going to be bringing your left foot is at your perineum and your right foot. Can I request all of you please take your right foot? Let's open up our hips. You're going to be rocking your foot front and back, front and back, front and back. Okay. Now you're going to be putting your leg behind your neck. Okay. So whichever way is possible, either that's one way. Either you try to put it through behind, from the side. You take it and put your leg. Or there's one more way is by putting it from the top. Whichever way you're comfortable at, do it. Okay? Can you request all the participants to do it? Okay. So, you're going to be placing the right foot behind your neck. Okay? Can you request all the participants please come along? See, please hold your right foot. If those of you are able to do the asana, that's great, that's beautiful. For those of you who are seeking a breakthrough in this asana, here is what all of you can do now. What you can do, all of you are going to be walking along with me, okay, throughout the whole 1 month. You're going to be visiting this asana similarly in throughout the series. So don't worry on that. So request all of you now to please take your right foot. You're going to be placing it at your right ear. Okay? Place it at your right ear. At least come to that position. Place it at your right ear. You will see that you start feeling the stretch happening at your thighs. It's okay. It's okay. All I want, request all the participants to is breathe in. Okay? Stretch yourself. Breathe in the asana. So this is where you're going to be engaging the Jiva Chalakumbhaka. Clenching the pelvic floor, you're going to be inhaling through the breath. Hold. Please, I request all parts, please continue to place the foot at your ear. Be comfortable in the position. Yes. Okay. Engage in Jiva Chalakumbhaka, clenching the peripheral Mulabandha in Dakshinapada Mastakasana. Dakshipada Mastakasana. Now, relaxing your legs into Udasinatasana. Now, relax. Sit in a cross-leg position. You're going to be placing your right hand, your right elbows on your thighs, placing your chin onto the palm, while your left hand is placed at your respective knees in Shambhi Mudra. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, look forward, Visualize your true self, not as a body, but a conscious, luminous point of energy. In Udasinatasana, पादमाकुञ्च सम्यक् स्थित्वा सुखासने स्वे जानरोर्ध्वम् ऊर्ध्वं सकूर्परौ संस्थाप्य करतले शिरदते. Okay. Now entering the next tasa, which is Trikonasana, repeated on the other side. Okay. So Trikonasana, this time you're going to be bringing your right foot outside of the hips, placing the left foot towards the perineum. You're going to be cupping your palms one on top of the other. Place it in front of your navel in the Samputta Mudra. Clenching the Perimphloremolar Bandha. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as a channel to the infinite cosmos. In Trikonasana Dve. Yoga Jaina Hastilikita Pushtakasya Patapatre Saptadisa Chitre Trikonasam Prakashitam. Now, entering the next tasa, which is Panditasana. Now, in Panditasana, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be turning your right foot, placing on top of the left thigh. Bringing your right hand into a fist, place it at your hips, while your right hand, you're going to be bringing the Bindu Mudra with your index and thumb joint, place it at your respective knees. Clenching the Perimphloremolar Bandha, looking straight, visualize you're embodying the mind of a true scholar. As you repeat in the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in the throat center, in Panditasana. Panditasana. Okay, now entering the next tasa, which is Janushirshasana. Now, you're going to be extending the right leg in front of you. Extend the right leg in front of you. Inhale, raise your hands up, nicely stretch yourself. Exhale, leaning yourself forward, holding on to your right foot in a Shambhavi Mudra. Clenching the Perimphloremolar Bandha, gaze at your nose. Visualize life, visualize yourself focused, serene, drawing inwards, drawing your focus inwards to your head and to your knee pose. In Janushirshasana. Janushirshasana nama ekapadam prasaricha aparam jananiyasya shirasa janu prashedyata. Okay, now entering the next tasa, which is Yantrakarasana. So now, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be holding on to your left hand is going to be holding on to your right foot. And you're going to be stretching the left leg out, bringing your right hand in front. Clenching the Perimphloremolar Bandha, visualizing yourself embodying the yantra's precise geometry, such precision. In Yantrakarasana. Yantrakarasana nama hastabhyam bhumin sprishanne konatram adhishtaya yantraracharam ivadharayet. Now, entering the next tasa, which is Ardha Bhujasana. Now, you're going to be relaxing the right leg onto your shoulders, placing your right hand into your ear, and your left hand, you're going to be placing it firmly on the mat, the Shambhavi Mudra. Clenching the Perimphloremolar Bandha, looking forward, visualizing yourself holding the power to close the body, control, contain, and deliberate rather than being scattered. Engaging a Jiva Kumbhaka, inhale, hold the breath, visualize the pranas going through all the parts of your body. Slowly exhale as you repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center in Ardha Bhujasana. Ardha Bhujasana. Okay. Now you're going to be placing your right leg into your perineum and your left leg you're going to be raising it up. So first, as I said, we're going to be rocking our legs, our left leg up and down, nicely opening up our thighs. Okay. Now, all of you are going to be taking your left foot and you're going to be placing at your left ear. Hold it. Breathe in over here. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha. Visualize discipline placed upon impulse. As you repeat your japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in throat center in Vamapada Mastakasana. Vamapada Mastakasana. Now, relaxing into Udasinatasana. Now sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, placing your left elbow onto the thighs and resting your chin onto the palm. While you place your left hand in respective knees in a Shambhi Mudra, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, looking straight, visualize your true self not as the body but the conscious luminous point of energy. In Udasinatasana. पादमाकुञ्चय सम्यक् स्थित्वा सुखासने स्वे जानुरोर्ध्वं सकारूप संस्थाप्य करतले शिरदते. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Hamsasana Dve. So, request all the participants, please partner up when you're doing this asana. Please have a partner. So, in this asana, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be placing both the legs behind your neck and place your hands firmly on the mat. So you're going to be placing both your legs. You're going to be placing both your legs behind your neck. Okay, so that's the asana what all of you are going to be doing. So you're going to be, okay, so please have a party when doing this asana. See what your partner can do. Your partner can supporting you in holding your legs. Okay, all participants understanding, have a partner. Your partner, you can help your partner by trying to you're placing their foot at least on their head with both their legs. So while you hold for them, while you feel a stretch, let them breathe in. Let them place their hands on the mat. Okay? Okay. One thing to remember, be in continuous communication with your partner, okay? Listen to their body's capacities and its limits also. Okay? Support your partner in doing the asana. You can also hold their back, if they're able to do it. You can support them at their back so that they can do the asana comfortably. Clenching the pelvic floor Mulabandha, gaze attitude, right? Repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center. Nithyanandam KAILASA Malai. Can I guess all of you do the asana? Yes. Ma Yogeshwari Jnani Nithyanandam. Yes. Requesting ma if you have any support, any guidance needed, for any questions to ask, feel free to ask in the chat section. We'll immediately respond to you. Don't worry on that. Yes, nice to see you, ma. Welcome. Yes, Tiruvannamalai, Nithyanandam, all the participants in Kailasa Tiruvannamalai. Because all of you do the asana, please support each partner to let them to do. Okay, I see a comment by Dilip Ayya. Nithyanandam, yes, we are fine. Yes, we are fine, Ayya. Welcome for the yoga. Why not you join? Yes, could you please post where you're coming from, Dilip Ayya, and join us for the yoga? Yes. You can see in the screen, all of us are doing this asana right now. So come on, grab your mat, and all of us can do the yoga together. Yes, that's beautiful. Okay. In Hastasana Dvip, okay, Hastasana. Okay, now entering. Okay, so basically, you're going to be entering into a series of asanas where you're going to be placing both your legs behind your neck. So it's a series of asanas which you're going to be entering into. Okay, let's start the Sagara Gandhasana. In Sagara Gandhasana, keeping your legs in the same position where both your legs is behind your neck, you're going to be bringing both your palms into your fist, place them on top of each other. Okay? For all participants understanding, same position, your legs are behind your neck. Both your legs are behind your neck. And you're going to be placing your, bringing both your hands into a fist. Place it on top of each other on the ground. Con- Clenching your painful molar bandha, gaze at your nose. Visualizing yourself drawing inward in Sagara Gandhasana. Sagara Gandhasana. Okay, now entering the next asana, which is Sthira Gudapada Shirasanam. In Sthira Gudapada Shirasanam, same position where your legs is behind your neck, place your hands in front of your heart in the Namaskara Mudra. Clenching the painful molar bandha, visualize absolute steadiness in an extreme position. In Sthira Gudapadasana. Sthira Gudapada Shirasanam. Okay. Yes, Nithyanandam. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Himalayasana. In Himalayasana, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be placing your hands inwards. Okay? Place your hands underneath your shins, underneath your leg. And you're going to be placing it at your head. Lifting your feet up, toes pointed, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as a mountain mass lifting effortlessly from the earth. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in its throat center in Himalayasana. Yes. Himalayasana. Okay. Now, enter the next task, which is Tanukubjasana. In Tanukubjasana, you're going to be placing your hands underneath your knees and holding on to your opposite elbows. Keeping your feet flat on the mat, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, looking straight. Visualize your body slendering and contained, drawing the strength inwards. As you repeat in a japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in the throat center in Tanukubjasana. Tanukubjasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Viravankasana. Okay. In Viravankasana, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be placing your hands at your shins. Place your hands at your shins. And you're going to be lifting your feet up. Toes pointed. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha. Visualize embodying the hero composed under pressure. In Viravankasana. Viravankasana. Now, entering the next task, which is Parvati Asana. Now sit in a comfortable cross-legged position with your head, thick and spine in a straight line. You're going to be cupping your hands one on top of the other and place it in front of your navel in the Samputta Mudra. Gaze at your nose. You're going to be engaging the Mahamudra Bandha, which is clenching the peninsular molar bandha. Then pull your stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Third, tuck the chin to the chest in the Janandra Bandha. This is Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize Goddess Parvati in your inner space in Parvati Asana Dve. द्वौपादौ मेलयित्वा तु गुदग्रे च पृथग्यसेत्. Now, entering the next task, which is Apala Gamanasana. In Apana Gamanasana, you're going to be sitting in the Padmasana position. So your right leg is on the left thigh and the left leg is on the right thigh. Sit in the Padmasana position. You're going to be placing your hands one on top of the other in a Samputta Mudra, and place it in front of your chest. In front of your chest. Keeping your spine straight, clenching the peninsular molar bandha, visualizing energy moving downward in a smooth, uninterrupted flow. You're going to be engaging a Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, which is inhale, hold a breath. Visualize the prana, the breathing which you just took in, is going through all the parts of your body, through all your limbs. And you slowly exhale. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center, in Apana Gamanasana. Apana Gamanasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Sthira Sukhasanam. Now sit in a comfortable cross-leg position, with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your hands in a Yoni Mudra with your index and thumb joined together. Place it at your respective knees. Clenching the peninsular molar bandha, visualizing yourself settle in unwavering stability. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center, in Sthira Sukhasanam. तास्याग्रपादाभ्यन्तरः आकञ्चितो अन्योन्यपीडनं येन अवस्थित्य स्थैर्यं सुखं च जायते स्थिरसुखासनम् इति. Now, entering the next task, which is Simhasana Trini Purvanga. Now, you're going to be sitting in a squatting position. Sit in a squatting position. You're going to be placing your hands between your legs and your thighs and place it in the mat. Keeping your spine straight, engaging in the Vaishnavi Mudra, where you're going to be holding the outer vision steady without blinking, while the awareness remains inward. Clenching the peninsular molar bandha, gaze at your nose, visualizing yours as a majestic, bold lion. So repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in throat center, in Simhasana Trini Purvanga. चक्रबंदे पादतले सममेव संयोजयेत् गुप्ते देशे हस्तद्वयं धृतम् आधाय शीघ्रं पूरयेत्. Now, entering the next asana, which is Simhasana Trini. In Simhasana Trini, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be bringing your elbows together, where your elbows are touching each other. Place your hands firmly on the mat, clenching the peninsular molar bandha, gaze at your nose, visualizing yourself as a lion in your inner space. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center, in Simhasana Trini. This is the asana Simhasana Trini. Simhasana Trini. Chakrabandhe padate samam samyojaya Gushyasthane hastayugmam idam nidhaya shigram purayet. Now, entering the next task, which is Gridrasana Purvanga. In Gridrasana Purvanga, you're going to be sitting in a squatting position and you're going to be wrapping your arms around your bones and clasping them behind the back. Keep your spine straight, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, visualizing a wise vulture soaring high above. As you repeat in a japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Gridrasana Purvanga. In Gridrasana Purvanga, पूर्व पृष्ठाग्मार्गे हस्तद्वयं मित्वा कत्याग्रे धृतत्ताया भद्रा संयोज्य. Okay, now entering the next task, which is Bhutai Asana. Now continue to sit in a low squat position. You're going to be wrapping your arms around your leg and clasping on the hands behind the back. Lean yourself forward, bring your forehead onto your ground, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, gaze at your nose, visualizing your body gathering into an element core of existence in Bhutai Asana. In Bhutai Asana. Bhutai Asana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Gridrasana. Now, so in the same position where your heels are together and you're going to be wrapping your hands around the arm, around the leg and clasping your hands behind the back. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, look forward, visualizing yourself as a vulture in Gridrasana. Chakrabandhe katam ukshipya janam prishte niveshayet gulfa prishte hastadvandvam badniyat yoga bandharate. Now, entering the next asana, which is Simhasana Trini Uttaranga. In Simhasana Trini Uttaranga, your heels are together. You're going to be placing your hands one on top of the other inside of the foot and balance. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, visualizing yourself as a growing, determined lion in Simhasana Trini Uttaranga. Simhasana Trini Uttaranga. Padadhyena hastaprishthan dhritam nipidayet. Now, entering the next asana, which is Mukta Asana. So, Mukta Asana, what you're going to be doing, your You're going to be keeping your feet pointing outwards and sitting on the mat. Yes. Start the kneeling position with your spine tall together and try to bring your sitting bones onto the ground. Then spread your legs out wide and you're going to be sitting down. Place your hands in front of your stomach. Place one on top of the other. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha. Visualize the body settling into spacious. In Mukta Asana. Mukta Asana. Now, now, entering the next task, which is Trikonasana Trini. So what you're going to be doing, your feet is turned outwards. Okay, because all parts come to a kneeling position. Okay, please come to kneeling position. Come to kneeling position. You're on your knees. Okay. So here, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be pointing your toes outwards. Both your toes outwards, and you're going to be sitting down. Yes. You're going to be increasing your face. Bring your palms in front of your heart, Namaskara Mudra. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha in Trikonasana Trini. Trikonasana Trini. Now, entering the next asana, which is Saraswati Asana. In Saraswati Asana, you're going to be stretch the feet in front of you. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, leaning yourself forward, holding on to big toes, your index and middle finger together in the Prana Mudra. In Saraswati Asana, what you're going to be doing? In Saraswati Asana, you're going to be holding on to big toes with your index and middle finger together in Prana Mudra. Relax yourself. You will be engaging in the you're going to be engaged in Mola Bandha, clenching the pen from Mola Bandha, gaze at your nose. Nicely hold on to your foot in Saraswati Asana. Saraswati Asana. Now, entering the next task, which is Asti Pavasana. In Hasti Pavasana, you're going to bring the soles of the feet together in front of you. Stretching your hands wide apart, while your hands apart to the floor. Lean yourself forward, bring the chin to the mat. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, gaze at your nose. Visualize your deep unshakable. In Asti Pavasana. In Hasti Pavasana, Hasti Pavasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Kamasanam Chatvari. Now, what you're going to be doing in the same position, you're going interlacing your hands behind underneath the thighs in the calves, palms facing up, bring the forehead to the floor. This is Karmakasanam Chatvari. Gaze at your nose, clenching the peripheral Mulabandha in Karumasanam Chatvari. Karumasam Abhisheshtam Dhardurasam Uchate Gajasam Tamusdishtam Tatrodhanam Uchate. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Jalakasana Purvanga. In Jalakasana Purvanga, in the same position, except you're going to be bringing your hands behind the back, palms facing up, placing the chin on the mat, gaze at your nose, clenching the peripheral Mula Bandha, visualizing yourself as a silent spider. In Jalakasana Purvanga. Jalakasana Purvanga. Itam Baddha Prishte Bhujau Ivesha Prasarya Padangustorya Rekam Kantena Samyak Kuryat. Okay, now entering the Jalakasana. Same position, you're going to be bringing the legs a bit front. Yes, bring your legs in the front. Stretch your arms, palms facing up, clenching the peninsular molar bandha, visualizing yourself as a wise spider. In Panchitasana, in Jalakasana, visualizing yourself as a spider in your inner space. In Jalakasana, visualizing a spider in your inner space, in clenching the peripheral molar bandha. In Jalakasana, चक्रबंधे हस्तद्वयं जानुपिष्टे कुते निवश्य भूम प्रसारिता सर्व श्वासे नोदरम व्यादाय प्रविशेत. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Jalakasana. In Jalakasana Uttaranga. Now, in the same position, you're going to be holding on to your soles of your feet, the ankles. Lean yourself forward, bring the head to the ground. In Jalakasana Uttaranga. गुल्पा संदिशु हस्ताभ्याम आधाय गृह पृष्ठे बन्नीयात. Now, in Buddha Asana, what are you going to be doing? In the same position, where the soles of feet are in front of you, raising your hands, bring your hands underneath the calves and holding onto your ankles. Bring the head to the floor. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, gaze at your nose in Buddha Asana. Buddha Asana. Now, then to the next asana, which is Kurmasana Pancha. The same position, you may the same position, with legs in the same position. You're going to be clasping your hands behind the back in the Samputa Mudra. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, visualizing yourself as a turtle in your inner space. In Kama Pitasana Pancha. Okay. Now, in Kurmasana Pancha. Kurmasram nama pado pashya prasarya hasto chapishte bhadva kurmavat prijambhet. In Simhasana Chatur Uttaranga. Now entering the next asana, which is in Simhasana Chaturanga. What you going to be doing? You're going to be okay. Now in Simhasana Chaturanga, you're going to be placing your elbows. You're going to be placing your feet onto your shoulders. You're going to be bringing your leg onto your shoulders, and placing the hands on the mat firmly. You're going to be lifting your legs up, clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, visualizing yourself as a fierce, powerful lion. In Simhasana Chatur Uttaranga. Hastatale Gushyastani Nidharakati Ukshipet. Okay. Now entering into next asana, which is Utthita Kurmasana. In Utthita Kurmasana, you're going lifting your legs up. Now, in Utthita Kurmasana, what you're going to be doing? You're going to be placing your hands flat on the mat, and you're going to be lifting your legs up, keeping your legs straight, clenching the peripheral Mulabandha. In Utthita Kurmasana. Now, In Utthita Kurmasana, Utthita Kurmasam Nama Pada Prishtita Prasarya Hasto Chafurataha Udaram Bhumar Udam Dharayan Kumoditir Iva. Okay, now relaxing into Shastrikasana Purvanga. Shastrikasana, bring the soles of feet together in front of you. Lay down on your mat. And you will be bringing your palms up above the head in Namaskara Mudra. Yes. So this is the asana. In Shastrikasana Purvanga, clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, looking it up, repeating japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in throat center. In Shastrikasana Purvanga. उत्तानशयनि भूय पादतल करत्तल्लनि चतुर्थ संयोजयेत्. Now, entering the next task, which is Shastrikasana Uttaranga. In Shastrikasana Uttaranga, what you're going to be doing, keeping your feet together, keep your heels together and your feet. And you're going to be lifting your hips up. Yes. Placing your hands firmly on the mat, Dishami Mudra, clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, visualizing us as a slender, resilient dagger. Om, as I repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in the throat center, in Shastrikasana Uttaranga. Shishikaagya stapayitva syokshepam samacharet. Now, entering the next asana, which is Utkatasana Trini. So now, coming on to your heels, toes tucked, sit on your heels. Place your hands in respect to knees in Shambhi Mudra. Clenching the peripheral Mulabandha, looking straight. Visualize the fierce form of Paramashiva, manifesting Rudra in your inner space in Utkatasana Trini. Utkatasana. Now, enter the next task, which is Meenasana. Keeping your legs and your hands in the same position. You're going to be engaging the Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. Visualize fluid grace, which is adaptable, resilient, and intuitive. In Meenasana. Meenasana. Now, entering the next task, which is Gavasiddhasana. In Gavasiddhasana, place your hands in respect to knees in Shami Mudra. Look forward, clenching your peripheral Mulabandha. Visualizing yourself seated like a perfect guardian of stillness. In Gavasiddhasana. Now, entering the next task, which is Ramanathasana. In Ramanathasana, what you're going to be doing? Continue to keep your legs in the same position. Raise your hands up of the head in Namaskara Mudra, and you're going to be turning towards your right side. Looking at the ground, clenching the palm, tuck the chin to the chest in a Chandra Bandha. Visualize Lord Rama in your inner space in Ramanathasana. Now, entering the next task, which is Girivaranathasana. In Girivaranathasana, the same position, you're just going to be looking up in the sky. Clenching the peripheral mula bandha, visualizing yourself as a mountain lord. In Girivaranathasana, okay, in Girivaranathasana, okay, Girivaranathasana. Now, entering the next asana, now repeating Ramanathasana on the other side. So, go be turning towards your left, looking at the ground. Tuck the chin to the chest in the Jandra Bandha. Visualize Lord Rama in your inner space in Ramanathasana. Ramanathasana. In Girivaranathasana, stretching the peripheral mula bandha, looking up, repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in throat center in Girivaranathasana. Girivaranathasana. Okay, now entering the next asana, which is Shastrikasana. In Shastrikasana, continue to come onto your heels, toes tucked, raise your hands up above the head in Namaskar Mudra. You're going to engage your Uddiyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up, visualizing yourself as a tall, imposing dagger. As you repeat the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in the throat center in Shastrikasana. पादांगुष्ठो संयम्य करद्वन्द्वं शिरनिधाय कुंसिता जानुकुह विसारिता पार्श्व स्थात्याग्रे. Now, entering into the next task, which is Garudasana Pancha. Now, stand tall. In Garudasana Pancha, in the same position, you will be placing your hands on your respective back behind you. Lean yourself forward, clenching the peripheral mula bandha, visualizing an eagle standing high on a mountain ledge. In Garudasana Pancha, okay, now relax yourself, stand up, entering the next task, which is Pada Angushtasana. Now lean yourself forward. You're going to be holding on to big toes with index and middle finger to the Prana Mudra. Clenching the peripheral mula bandha, gaze with your nose. Visualize all the energy elements in a channel. In Pada Angushtasana. Okay, in Garudasana Pancha. पादंगुष्ठोत्कराभ्यां गृहीत्वा प्रसारयेत् पादंगुष्ठाशशं प्रोक्तं सर्वनादिविशोधनम्. Now entering the next task, which is Dvijasanam. Please have a partner in doing this asana. In Padangushtasana, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be Starting with the right leg, okay? You're going to bring in your right leg. Okay. You're going to be placing your right leg on the, placing your right hand on the mat, on the leg, clasping on your left hand behind the back and straightening out. Yes. In Vijasanam, cleansing the pain floor Mula Bandha, looking straight. In ending the next start in Vijasanam, cleansing the pain floor Mula Bandha, looking forward. Repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in throat center in Vijasanam. Vijasanam apyatra kukkatasanam uttamam panaguptasanam chaiva garudasanam evacha. Okay. Now, entering to Ekapada Shirshasana Dve. In Ekapada Shirshasana Dve, you're going to be placing your leg behind your neck. Okay, so you're going to be starting with your right leg. So your right leg, you're going to be placing it behind your neck. Yes. Clenching the pelvic floor Mula Bandha. Inhale and exhale deeply in the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Visualizing as embodying magic yogic mastery. Sorry for that. In yogic mastery and openness. In Ekapada Shirshasana Dve. Ekapada Shirshasana Dve. Ekapada Shirshasanam Nama Ekam Palam Sharisi Samstapya. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Abanasana Dve. In the same position, you're going to be placing your leg behind your neck. Place your hands in front of your heart, Namaskara Mudra. Placing the pelvic floor Mula Bandha. Visualize excess wind and agitation moving downward out of your system in Apasana Dve. Apanasana. Let's all repeat the Vijasanam on the other side. Let's all start. Now you're going to be lifting your right leg, left leg up, and you're going to be holding your left leg behind. Yes. You're going to be clasping your hands behind the back in the Parishamudra and extending the legs straight.
Just falling, so we have to help you with the shoulder.
Yes. Clenching the pelvic floor Mula Bandha in Vijasana Dve.
Can you do it?
Yes. Vijasana Dve. Vijasanam apyatra kukkadasanam uttamam padaguptasanam chaiva garudasanam evacha. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Ekapada Shirshasana Dve. So, go be bringing your left leg behind your neck, clenching the pelvic floor Mula Bandha, repeating the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your throat center in Ekapada Shirshasana Dve. Ekapadashishasram nama ekam padam shirasi samstapya. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Apanasana Dve. In Apanasana Dve, you're going to be continue to keep the legs in the same position, where your left leg is behind your neck. Place the palms together in front of your heart, Namaskar Mudra, clenching the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, in Apanasana Dve. Apanasana Dve. Okay, now entering into Vama Shuddha Padasana. In Vama Shuddha Padasana, you're going to be extending, keeping your right leg firmly on the mat. Lift your left leg up. Keep the palms in front of your heart in Namaskar Mudra. Clenching the pelvic floor, Mola Bandha. Repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Vama Shuddha Padasana. Vama Shuddha Padasana. Now entering to Gavakshasana. In Gavakshasana, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be placing the left foot on the right thigh and you're going to be bending your knees. Yes. So, you're going to be placing your left foot on your right thigh. Sit down. You're going to be on your knees. Basically, you're going to be standing on your knees. Bring the palms in front of your heart, Namaskar Mudra. Clenching the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha in Gavakshasana. Okay. Now, entering the next asana, which is Shunyasana Uttaranga. In Shunyasana, what you're going to be doing, as you place your left leg on the right thigh, right? And you're going to be you're going to be bringing both your legs to the left side, okay? And you're going to be bringing both your hands in front of the right leg, placing one hand, your left elbow onto the knee, and your right elbow onto your hips. Raise yourself up and stretch the legs. In Shunyasana Uttaranga. Clenching the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Gaze at your nose as you repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center in Shunyasana Uttaranga. Shunyasana Uttaranga. Karadvaya mushti badhva tata prithivyan samstapyantaraksham uttapilaksham retit iti. So now we're going to be repeating the same set of series on the other side, okay? So start with Daksha Shuddha Padasana. So you're going to be raising your right leg up. Place your right leg up. Bring the palms in front of your heart, Namaskar Mudra. clenching the pelvic Mula Bandha in Dakshina Shuddha Padasana. Daksha Shuddha Padasana. Now entering into next asana, which is Gavakshasana. So now we're placing the right foot on the left thigh. Sit down. Stand on your knees. Place the hands in front of your heart. Namaskara Mudra. In Gavakshasana. Gavakshasana. Now entering into Shunyasana Uttaranga. Yes, same position. Yes. In Shunyasana Uttaranga. So you're going to be in the same position. You're going to be bringing your both your knees to your right side. Bring both the hands in the front, placing the elbows on the knees and the hips. Place on the mat. Lift your leg up. Yes. Shunyasana Uttaranga on the other side. Karadvaya mushti badra prithivyan sansthapantariksham uttapalaksham retit iti. Okay. Now entering the next asana, which is Bhagasana. So now you're going to be coming to a squatting position. Come to a squatting position. Place your hands in front of your heart, Namaskar Mudra. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha. Gaze at your nose. In Bhagasana, visualize your radiating openness in gratitude and abundance. In Bhagasana. पादाद्वयस्य पार्श्वाग्रे लिंग भूमोदितं न्यसेत्. Now entering into Utpidasana. In Utpidasana, you're going to be sitting down. You're going to be coming onto your toes. Place the hands in respect to knees in the Binda Mudra with your index and thumb joined. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha. Visualizing yourself grounded firmly as a temple pillar. Looking straight in Utpidasana. पाष्टे उन्नते कृत्वा स्पिघो जानो तुल्ये अवन्मया. Now entering into Pani Mukta Drumasana. In Pani Mukta Drumasana, you're going to be coming into a headstand position. Okay. So you're going to be placing your head and your hands in a tripod position. Place your head in the middle and your hands in the front of your chest. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up. And raise your leg. So you can actually support your partner. You can hold one leg of them so that they can support. Or you can make your partner to hold your hands. Yes. This is also one of the ways you can support your partner to do. Yes. In Pani Mukta Drumasana, clenching the peripheral molar bandha, visualizing yourself as a tall tree. So repeat the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in your throat center. Pani Mukta Drumasana. Now the same asana. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, visualize each Maschendranatha in your inner space in Maschendrasana Trini. Maschendrasana Trini. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, entering the next asana, which is Ardhasana. Now, you're going to be placing your right foot on top of the left thigh. Place your hands in respect to each in Shambhi Mudra. Gaze at your third eye, clenching the painful Mulabandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Ardhasana. Karumasram api shreshtam dhardharasram uchyate. Now, entering into Dakshina Chaturmsha Padasana. In Dakshina Chaturmsha Padasana, we're going to be crossing your knees, stacking your knees one on top of the other. Interlace your fingers in the Parishamudra and place it in front of your stomach. Clenching the peripheral molar bandha, gazing at your nose. Visualize your lower body organizing in Dakshina Chaturmsha Padasana. Now, entering the next asana, which is Charpati Asana. You're going to be placing your hands, placing the back of your hands at your hips. Clenching the painful molar bandha, visualize your grounded patience. Engage in the upper Shaka Kumbhaka, where closing your nostrils partially during the Rechika Kumbhaka, where inhale and exhale as long as possible. In Charpati Asana, Charpati Asana. Okay. Now, entering into the last asana for the day. Lay down on your mat, toes pointed outwards, palms facing up. In Shavasana. Because all of us, please lay down on your mat. Lay down on your mat, palms facing up, toes pointing sideways, outwards. In Shavasana Chatwari. With your whole being, vibrate with the Mahavakya. Engaging in the Shakti Chalan Mudra, where the Kundalini Shakti is raising up along with your spine. In Shavasana Chatwari. Shavarupan Swadeham tu Sambhivavasya Shambramam Tatreva Analyah Karya Pranapana Vilasataha. Nithyanandam, let's have listening. The only thing you should be chanting is the Mahavakya. Relax your whole breath. Bring awareness to your whole body. Now, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Bring your thighs towards the chest. Rocking yourself from side to side. And raise up to a comfortable seated position. Yes. Let's now offer our gratitude at Swamiji's feet. That's beautiful. Today, all of you did the 800 asanas of the Chaturtha Vinyasa Krama. That's beautiful. So let's now offer gratitude at Swamiji's feet. Bring the palms in front of your heart, Namaskara Mudra. Close your eyes. And we will now conclude the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukartanavastu Om Nithyanandam. Yes. Thank you all, Nithyanandam. We thank all the live viewers who joined us live for today's Nithyananda Yoga and hope all of you have enjoyed it. We'll do share this beautiful gift which Swamiji is giving it for all of us. The authentic yoga from the source, which is available only over here. And share this in near and dear ones. Let them also get benefited from it. And also join us live. Join them. Let them also join along with you and do the yoga today at tomorrow 4 a.m. UK Standard Time. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Nithyanandan.